I'm here with Nico. He's a singer-songwriter. He's got a new song called Come Over. The new music video's out. Check him out, you guys. What's happening, Nico?
What up? What up? What up?
So you're from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Born and raised?
Not born and raised. I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. You know what, man? It's a beautiful place out there. I sometimes say I'd like to live sometime in my life out there. Maybe in Savannah, you know, where it's a little more calm.
Yeah.
But
yeah. That's the
countryside, you know, a little more calm, probably, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Nice. So you came out to Las Vegas. Was that so you're a singer-songwriter? Were you so let's take a few steps back. How'd you end up in Vegas? You know, how did we get here?
Well, originally, I was born and raised in Atlanta, and then a
lot of great stuff. Excuse me, a lot of great stuff coming out from Atlanta right now. You know, that's a new. I don't want to say new Hollywood because it doesn't even give me like a Hollywood energy. It just seems like a new place, a new something really great coming out.
It's Black Hollywood.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. But that meaning it's a different thing. You know, a lot of things wrong with Hollywood that we kind of let things get away with, and the style and the sizzle it's gone. I feel like there's just no flavor. You know, like with coffee, or when you got filters of things, our movies, our way of doing things has gotten so badly filtered. And you see a lot of great music videos, a lot of great TV shows. Some of the best TV shows, I believe, are being filmed in Atlanta as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
So
a lot of the Marvel movies, a lot of the Marvel universe has been filmed out there in Atlanta.
I believe that. I didn't know that, and I believe that.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's a true story.
So at what age did you get out of Atlanta? Did you go from Atlanta to Vegas?
I was there till when I was like 15, and then I moved to San Diego, and I was just going where my mother was going, and I ventured over to Las Vegas, and I've been back to Atlanta here and on and off, but I've been in and out of Vegas for probably about 10 years.
What keeps you in Vegas? Why you like it there? You like the way you're living out?
The cost of living. Truthfully, the cost of living. I would preferably be in San Diego, but it's so expensive out there. So
yeah, I got a lot of friends. I got friends with beautiful properties in Vegas, and they're always telling me, "You got to come out here, man. What you're paying, you could be living even better. You could be living real good." So I thought about it, but you know, it's a decision. But you made that decision. It's a cool place. It's a great place. You know, like you said, Sin City.
Sin City, man. City of bright light.
And not only that, but it's just a great place. A lot of great things have come out of it. A lot of history there. So that's great.
Absolutely.
So, age 15, you left Atlanta. So 15, you know, we're already a little, we have inspirations. We've discovered music. We kind of got our own little taste of things. What were your musical inspirations at that time?
At the time, I was in the church. Yeah, I was in church, and I was just discovering my talents. You know, I knew that I can sing, but nobody else knew that I can sing, so I was so shy. So I don't know. I just gradually started singing, man, and then my mother knew that I can sing, and I just started learning from other R&B acts and being in the church, and just start listening into how they use notes and how they write songs, and I don't know. I just gradually got better through age.
Well, that's really, you know, churches have a full orchestra, a full running operation when it comes to music and their bands. So I have a lot of great friends who are talented musicians, and you know, they have the whole image curated to their music careers, but on the back end, you know, they grew up playing music in the church, same thing, and they are talented because of that rehearsal process, because of that whole thing. You know, they're playing great music out. So that's where you started, and that's
my roots. My mom was a pastor, and I was basically raised in the church, you know. So
that's amazing, man. That's amazing. Well, it's a great place to be raised, man. That's very nice, very nice. So San Diego, and then Vegas. So you got the album. You're a singer-songwriter, man. How are we looking with the Come Over music video? Walk us through the music video. You wrote the song Come Over.
Well, Come Over is that's my recent one. Right now, I just want to plug this in. Right now, I'm working on a project called Blue Notes. So it's a little EP, 8 songs.
I love that. Blue Notes.
Blue Notes, yeah. And Come Over is one of the songs. That's the recent song that I put out. I actually put out 3 including Come Over. But before that, there's a song on there that I did before that called Work in Progress. Um, I
Where
put
can we
that out.
find that? Is all available on Apple
Yeah, it's
Music?
all available on all streaming platforms. There's a video out for that as well. I also put out Do You Mind? That's on all streaming platforms. A video is out for that as well. And then the recent one is Come Over. Come Over, I linked up with some friends of mine. It's a rapper friend of mine. He's a songwriter as well. His name is 88 Nate. And a good
88 Nate.
Yeah, 88 Nate. And a good female friend of mine. She's a phenomenal singer. Her name is Riot B. And they all based out here in Las Vegas.
Nice. Now, did you take with you any any friends, any musical artist friends with you when you came to Vegas, or was it like you had
No,
you had?
no, I would say being out in Vegas, I really started to be an artist because I was just playing with it, by myself when I transferred to Vegas, and then after a while, just being in Vegas, and I just started to do things on my own, and I didn't have anyone come with me. I was just going with my mother at the time. Wherever she went, I went.
So walk us through the reality, Nico, of being an artist and having to do it on your own. You got a record label, or you doing this on your own independent?
It's all me, all me, all
All
me.
you, one man army, one man operation. So walk us through that, man. You put a song out. It's available on Apple Music. So there's a lot of people right now that are on a similar boat as you, and you overcame that hurdle real young. You said, you said, I knew I could sing, and I knew I had artistic talents, but sometimes it's about that hurdle we don't get over, and there's still people to this day, and you got music out there, man. You got Apple Music able to be heard right now. I could go on my phone and hear that, and you're legit. So walk us through that. For the artists out there, you make your music. Where do you record it? Where'd you record your? So you got Come Over, and you have a couple other tracks. You said we're gonna get a 7-song album called Blue Notes.
Yes, Blue Notes. Blue Notes.
Where we go, Blue Notes. Now, where we gonna shoot it at? You got a studio, or walk us through the process.
Well, just the process, man. It's been an ongoing process. But preferably, like, being an artist is, you want to have something that's right. It has to make sense, and it has to feel good to you. So it's gonna take some time to put together a project, and as an artist, is we're very hard on ourselves, so
Yeah.
everything has to be right. Everything has to, every note, everything, and
Why do you think that is? Because you know what, life isn't even that way. And I always kind of notice these things, but it's the simple stuff. It's the everyday. It's what's the not so polished that just makes the most sense and just seems to flow the most. It's always the polished that seems to be.
I know exactly what you mean, because you can put out a song, and you can put out an album, and people, the song that you think in your mind that, oh man, this song's gonna hit, I'm gonna put this out, everybody gonna love it. Then they don't. It could be a song on there that you don't even like. It blows up. So you don't know. As an artist, you don't know. You can think it, oh, this gonna be a hit, and it don't. It can be the most, what I'm saying, a song that you didn't think that was just, you just put it on there. You put it on the project to take up space, and then that song could be a hit to people. So, you just know. It's a hit or miss, you know what I mean?
And there's a lot to say, like you said. We're very we're very, I don't want to, touchy is the only word that comes out, but we're very, we're special about the music we put out. I like this one. I think this one's going to be the one. And like you said, another one becomes the one, and it's about kind of separating that attachment to the music, because it's good, it's ready to go. And sometimes when it comes to the audience, they're gonna like what they might like, all of them, for all different reasons. And you're so right about that, man. And you know what? Some of the greatest songs have been written in like 10 minutes, they say, and then they just looped it, and then they went back on that, and then it turned out to be some of our favorite songs. So there's a truism to that. And so I guess, do you think that then genius can just be created in the moment? Do you think it's like a momentary thing? Because then if it took 10 minutes, some of these moments in time that we see, they're only a couple of seconds. So it's kind of crazy how it's like, we're not going to talk about if magic exists or none of that, but it's kind of crazy how moments in time, a couple seconds, I like the song Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones. And there's this moment where the female singer, she sings and her voice cracks the audio. And there's something really symbolic about that in the song. And, that was just a little moment where she got that note and it cracked, and it just, because of the song and the time and everything going on, it just made the most sense. So you think, you think genius in these great moments, great songs can be created in the moment? Are you sitting on music right now that you're ready to put out, that you're like, because you say you want it to be just right? A lot of us have music. I got music. I got friends who have tons of music that I know they could put out right now. They play it for me, man. And I'm like, dude, that's a good track, man. Why don't you put that up? And he's like, I gotta tweak this, let you hear that, right? And I'm like, I'll be honest, man, I don't. I think you should put that out, man. Put that out. Like, I tell him, I'm like, we're waiting those numbers. I think about that song you played me, man, and I can't hear it on iTunes because it's not up, So we get real particular about our music, and sometimes there's those people who have a little more success just because they put it out there. It's kind of crazy, the perfectionists. We don't get forgotten, but sometimes you perfect it too much, and then it just stays we don't want it to stay in that drive or anything either,
Yeah, stay in the vault, because it's crazy that you say that, because it's a lot of artists that I can think of to at the top of my mind that they will just I'll give you an example. This is actually recently, probably like 2 weeks ago, I saw an interview. This is a true story. Justin Timberlake. I don't know if you're familiar with the song Mirrors that he had. It's like you, my mirror staring back at me.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He did that song before that project came out. He did that song 4 years prior. So he was sitting on that song for 4 years.
4 years just sitting on it.
4 years. He was just sitting on it. Song was done, everything. So that's how.
Wow. And that's JT. That's Justin Timberlake. And I can't remember the chronological order of when that song came out in his career, but he was already along his career.
Yeah, that was his third solo album, and he was on that song. So he waited 4 years to I mean, I don't know what's going on in his head. It's like, because he had that song for 4 years.
The crazy thing is, I guess that comes to show that either that the professionals, we got to see that that's how the high leagues are playing, because if they got songs they're sitting on for 4 years and he was still doing other things, or not only that, but how do we, like, when you don't want to put things out, and so back to what I was saying, you don't want to put it out and people are just putting their stuff out, and
right.
You're not trying to judge it or anything, but naturally as people, you're like, I put music out too. I should feed off of some of that energy, take some of that in and just put mine out there. It's like they say, you can't say you have writer's block unless you got like 50,000 bad words, and some people disagree. They're like, I won't do anything until the moment strikes to do it. And I think
it has to feel right with the artist. And I'm like, what? When I heard that, I was like, wow, you was sitting on the song for 4 years? That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because people, when you get music, you want to put it out.
Oh yeah.
And it was just crazy. It's a lot of other artists that do the same thing. They just sit on music, and then it's like the example that you said. Your friend, he let you hear a song, and you're like, man, put this out. He was actually talking to Jimmy Fallon, and he heard, what I'm saying, he heard the song. He was like, man, you need to put this song out. And he waited 4 years. It's like, what? It's crazy. So yeah,
that's a very interesting point, though. Sometimes you got to sit on it. Sometimes I look at people and they say, no, I'm sitting on it, man. Hold on. You got to take a step back. I know what I'm doing. So Hey, let it
It all depends on the artist. You know what I mean? It all depends on the artist and what they feel. You know,
there's
because
no cookie cutter approach.
Everything is right now is very instant gratification. So, you know, sometimes the social media feel like you have to put it out. You need to. You have. You know what I'm saying? So.
You know what? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do when we got all this half-fast covers, half-fast songs, because everybody was just trying to put it out at the same time? You know what I mean? Like, not, you know, there's a lot of people that are doing that because we're all just doing this race. We don't even let stuff cook in the, we don't let it sit and get itself put together naturally. Sometimes we just put it out and we're like, so what do you think about that?
I mean, that's just the way it is because people's attention spans are,
Do you think the internet's gonna have to just get a big delete a bunch of stuff? You think we're gonna run out of space?
I mean, I don't know. It's just everything is here. Everything is here today, gone tomorrow. So everything is very instant gratification. You can't really sit on anything. So
we're all susceptible to that short-term gratification, man. All of us. It's whether it's the phone. A lot of people have different addictions, whether it be this or that. A lot of people don't even recognize that the phone could be too. If you're just playing games on the phone or even just scrolling through Instagram, you don't want to be doing that, right? You want to be, that short-term gratification is just as bad as taking 20 shots of vodka, if you ask me. If you're just looking through stuff, and it can be. So the album Blue Notes, when we got a release date, what do you think?
Man, I'm just it's it's coincided to what we were just talking about, because I originally was gonna put it out the end of March, but I was in the studio this past weekend and then I was just, it didn't feel right. It just
once you start to rush the process, I
was rushing it. So it's like I'm thinking the end of April. So it's just got to be right, because just listening to music, listen to it. I still got some recording to do as well. So
walk us through your process. What do you, a lot of people wake up and they play for 2 hours. A lot of people just do timing. A lot of people work on so many different things. And like we were saying, and I think we can both agree, there's no cookie cutter approach to anybody's way of doing things. There's no you can take different things, but at the end of the day, it's going to be how you do it. And you want it to be that way anyways, do it the way you want to do it. And then it's probably going to work out if you just kind of let everything else on the outside end just kind of fizzle away. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, hey man, when you get that album out, we'll get you back on, and we're gonna shout that out for sure.
Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all reaching out to me, just in period, because stuff like this is getting
we're
equally
as blessed, man. We're equally as blessed, because this show is, this is what it's all about. Just talking and having a conversation and striking these notes and striking this conversation.
Absolutely.
And I like what we're talking about. So
absolutely.
We're equally as blessed, man.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
It's a privilege.
Hey, likewise, Nico. Not likewise, man. So we you're working on the album. We want to figure out when, we're not going to rush anything because we don't want to put any time constraints. We want to just work on it. We want to put it out when it comes out. Nice, man. So what's your musical process right now? You got a process, or you just, once again, it's a crazy time right now for everybody. We all kind of, I keep saying this, we all went through this crazy time of whatever the quarantine, being at the work wise, I've been hearing things. I've been talking a bit, whether it's work at the house, with your relationships, whatever it might be. But now I think it's kind of like the rain and everything is drying off, and things are, we're able to assess them and look at them face forward and say, where do we go from here? So where you at right now? How you feeling, and how's the musical process? Are you just like, you got a process, or are you just going with the flow because you just finished taking in this earthquake and you're just trying to grab that rock and just get a hold of that mountain?
I was, say just my musical process. It all depends on how I feel. With me, man, I get inspired quickly. I get inspired. I can just be, sitting there and then something just hit me, and then I'll write about it. And also, I have friends that are, great songwriters. As my friend I said before, 88 Nate, he actually, if you get a chance, man, to listen to Work in Progress, I think you would love that song. He actually co-wrote that song with me. Um,
Shout out to 88 Nate, work in
yeah,
progress.
yeah, he actually co-wrote that song, and actually, I got friends that's writers, and we collab, and
You got a team. You got a whole team.
well, no, I want to say a team. It's just artist friends, that just feeling the vibe and feeling the energy, and we just create something beautiful.
You know what? That's still kind of a team in many ways. As long as you got people who are, they support you and they're looking out and they say you need anything, you reach out. That's a team. At the end of the day, you don't have to see each other every day, but they wish you well. You wish them well, and you're there, whether it be artistically or whatever it may be. Us musicians, us artists, we when it comes down to people and working with people and creating the music, I think you can agree. I mean, it doesn't really just come down to there's got to be a little bit of a connection and an understanding for us to get somewhere with that song. Do you do a lot of collabs with your music? You got a lot of collabs, or is it a lot of you, or do you like to do a lot of collabs?
I mean, I would like to. I don't have a lot of collaborations. It's just probably like one or two people that I go to, if as far as songwriting. Um, as far as if I can't get something, if I can't, I got an idea and I can't pin it down, maybe I'll go to my friend to help me illustrate my thoughts. You know what I mean?
So you got somebody that you could discuss things with back and forth. That's good to have too. A
Yeah,
lot of people just kind of sit and what do they say, that the idle mind is the devil's playground. So
right, right,
as long as
absolutely.
you talk about things with people, sometimes that alone, or we just start talking to ourselves, because if you keep it inside, I mean, it just doesn't get worked. We got to
Right.
talk to somebody, even if it's yourself.
Mhm. Mhm.
So let me ask you
Absolutely.
this. Let me ask you this, Nico. What do you think about just being an artist and having to do this whole social media operation? You think Biggie and all these guys back in the days, all the legends, Jimi Hendrix, all these guys, do you think they would have succeeded modern day if had it been with the
Uh,
Instagram? What do you think about just
absolutely, because those artists had uh labels, so the labels was pushing them. The label had their own marketing team, and nowadays labels aren't really that relevant, but back then the artists that you mentioned, they had record labels to where they can push the artist. you know yeah.
absolutely, man? Well, that's it's just interesting to think. I guess what I'm saying is you always got to be connected in the loop with the interweb. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it's interesting that that connection never seemed to exist. I think about these concerts you used to see back in the days, Motley Crue, these even rock and roll. Like you see the crowds going wild, and you see them now and you just see the phone. It was cool to see the lighters. The
Hmm.
lighters was one thing, but when you see the
Hmm.
phone out and you just see the phone everywhere, I
Hmm.
wonder when that's gonna fizzle away. We're just gonna start walking around with the headbands with the camera or something, because I mean it's gonna. Yeah, I mean at a certain point we're gonna get tired of just seeing like somebody's arm out with the phone recording at a music concert.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that constant connection, are you constantly connected to your phone and with your fans and with your people? Like, a lot of people are really, what do they call themselves? They say, you talk to me, man, I got you. I know this guy, I'm in the loop with my people. And there's those people. And then there's people who are just like, you know what? I mean, I got my, you know, how you looking? Do you connect with Instagram? Are you in that? Or are you just like, I don't even want any of that. I want to focus more on the music before I even play in that department? Because you
I
you got a
mean,
nice Instagram. I found you on Instagram. You it looks clean. A lot of people can't
hmm
even present themselves like a professional artist. They don't even
hmm
know where to start.
hmm
You got the whole image curated. You got the material.
I would say really, man, with that is you have to, as an artist right now, because everything is social media based. So you have to stay on it. You have to, with me, I like to keep a balance. That's with just me, because I like to stay off of it. And I'm just, like to stay off of it, but have a balance to where I can distance myself from it, because you can really get wrapped into it. As an artist right now, you really have to be on there 24/7, because it's social media is about branding yourself. And
you can't be off the map. You can't be off the map. You
yeah,
can't say I'm the next
yeah,
biggest thing and you're not on
yeah.
nothing.
I wish it was like that, because me, I'm a private person, so I wish I can just put out a song and then just hide, and then just go to the award shows, and that's it. But preferably, because I'm just a private person, period. I'll just, I don't particularly like the strenuous to where you have to post things, pictures, and have to
So you
stay in
ready?
people, what I'm saying, have to stay in people's faces constantly, you know what I mean? It's
You
just to
ready for
be
that, man?
relevant,
What if you hit it off? You ready for those constant? What if the Blue Notes takes off and then they need you to do a live Monday through Sunday? You ready to take that in? You think you?
I mean, if that's what it has to be, then that's what it has to be.
Of course.
But my preference, I would just,
Some people welcome it, huh? Some people like
yeah.
it. Maybe the younger crowd, but they don't even know. You have this conversation with them, and they're like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, I love this.
I'm not I would say I'm not a person that likes attention. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that,
but as a
to
music
where,
artist, and I
yeah,
reached out
you
to you,
have to, but you have to be. You know what I mean? You have to be, as an artist, you have to be in people's faces.
right?
You have to post pictures, you have to post videos, you have to post content.
Right. Yep. Non-stop. It's almost like,
Non-stop.
and I'm getting tired of it, man. I have a, at a certain point, you're like you said, I just want to kick back and enjoy the world, enjoy the moment.
Right.
And we do, but it's a new thing. It's a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're working through it.
Yeah.
Hey, Nico. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak with you, man. We've been talking about a couple of topics, and we went over some good stuff. We went over that you got an upcoming album, but right now we're working through it, and it's piecing together. Genius can't be rushed. There's no shortcuts to excellence. So we look forward to hearing that, man. So whenever you got that out, let's get you back on.
Yeah, man, I'm with it. Just let me know.
All right, Nico. Well, is there anything else you want to say? How do we find you on social?
You can follow me on Instagram, NICO_BLEU, and all my music is just Nico Bleu, NICO BLEU. You can look me up on Apple Music, Spotify, and all my music is there. All my videos as well is on YouTube as well. So
Come Over is the most recent one.
Come Over is the most recent one. Yes.
Nice, guys. Well, all right, check him out. He's Nico Bleu. He's got music out. You could already discover him and listen to him, and we got fans waiting to hear it, Nico.
Yeah, man. I'm with it.
All right, man. Well, stay well, man. Nico. We'll have you on again soon, man.
All right, man. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Blessings.
Nice, man. Well, we're good from here, man. That was a nice talk, and we kept going. We could obviously keep going, but I think we had a little backstory, and I don't want to take too much of your time. I didn't ask you about time constraints, but I try to respect my guests' time, and I appreciate you for coming on and giving me this information, man. I really do. You're talking
man,
to
absolutely.
Me. Let's get you back on, man, in the future. You're a cool guy, and I'm happy to call you. My friend now. We gotta know you on Instagram and whatnot, and so I'll keep connecting, man. I like the music and the work too, so. I want to see the progress and stuff, and let's see the fans reach out and discover you. It's cool to see that already. I'm seeing people are like reaching out to people I've been talking to, and that's really awesome. So let's see if that happens. I'm sure it will. But
yeah, man.
Cool, man. Well, we'll piece together the show, and let's see when we get it out. We're sitting on a couple of other ones, but I think we're just going about it in different ways. Like a release, like some days I'm putting out 2. We're putting out 2 of them. One of them, you know what I mean? Because we just want to get it out there, but we appreciate when we get it out there.
How long does it take for you?
Not very long. It's just more like distribution. You don't really want to pop the champagne bottle and then just like down it all in one. We're trying to distribute it to get enough. We want the campfire to kind of be able to let the flame go, and then whenever we're trying to let each episode breathe properly to let everybody get the right exposure. But I mean, I guess to answer your question, we should have yours out, man, really soon, like within the next few days. I'm not, I'm trying to.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just talked to a guy and I was like, you notice you say things like Happy Monday, Happy Tuesday, and you're putting it out on a Thursday. You know what I mean? So we're talking about topics that may have already passed. So we're trying to get them out fast, man. When I talk,
okay, yeah,
we'll get it out fast, man. We'll get it out.
Oh, do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Pesci says, you say what you're gonna do before you do it. You shoot yourself in the foot before you go for a marathon. So we try not to see. We're trying to just do it how it's being done, and it's a real pleasure to just get to talk with people and this happened. It feels very nice to just be able to have these conversations and
right on,
make moves and just make waves out here. Let's see what happens.
Right on, man.
All right, Nico.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me use your platform.
Hey, absolutely, man. I appreciate it when we get it out. You spread it out to your people and
absolutely, absolutely.
We'll turn the wheel and we'll make it happen.
All right, man.
All right, Nico. Well, stay well, man. I appreciate it.
You too.